This is Wildcat at Hershey Park in Hershey, Pennsylvania. It was taken down in the summer of 2022 to make way for the amazing Wildcats Revenge. Wildcat was Hershey Park's fourth roller coaster and was opened in 1996. This roller coaster was the first coaster to be designed by the company Great Coasters International, or known as GCI. Wildcat was 106 feet tall, 50 miles per hour, and had a length of 3,183 feet. I did get a chance to ride this coaster once in the summer. It closed, and it was really rough. So here is how I built Wildcat from Hershey Park out of Knex. So, starting this gigantic coaster, I'm starting by building the chain lift for Wildcat, and I just realized how many pieces this uses. And I'm pretty tall, and this is eye level to me, and that is like not tall at all. So I have a lot of building to do and a lot of pieces to use. So hopefully I have enough pieces to complete this coaster itself. I'll have to take a lot of trips to Facebook Marketplace. And yeah, hopefully I can get this chain lift done with having a lot more pieces. So yeah. Now I have a complete finish. Pretty massive airtime chain lift. I'll show that it works. It's kind of slow, and I had to put it at this angle because most wooden coasters are not at a 45-degree angle like most Knex coasters are easily built with. So I have to build it like this, so it'll stay at like not 45, a little lower. So yeah, it works. Next I have to build backwards. Yay. This was like probably most of my pieces, so hopefully I have enough to finish this. Now I have the turns, because everything has to turn. Like the little station area over here, the little dip, the turn, the little dip, and then this turnaround, which will have a little airtime hill on top of like this other airtime hill. And I had to move this over a bit so I can have more room over there. And this is using a lot of pieces, and it's gonna be insane. Sadly, I had to move this again over here so I can actually fit it, because I did not have enough room over there due to that shelf to make this little helix that ends out over there. And this won't really go together as well anymore because of the way that the structure is built. And it works really well. I used some brake fins. Where's the brake fin? To slow it down so it could stall. And I'd hope, just to get this all in the picture, I'm using 0.5 on my camera right now, just not normal zoom. Damn. So, yeah, hopefully I don't run out of pieces, and 2, I don't run out of room. Yeah. I forgot to do a lot of recording because I kind of just kept on building and forgetting where the last video I did for what element I did last. So I have a little helix that goes into the little hill into like the breakwater and everything. Sadly, this is like really not strong at all anymore, because like we take like everything apart just to get this in. And I have this little section. I'm probably gonna have to add like a booster because it does not get enough speed to go through that, but we don't know. This little long section, this little turn, and then this big turnaround, the kind of signature turnaround. I try to get like the horizontal diagonal supports kind of in the middle. I'm gonna try to show it a little better. So yeah, the shaping's kind of iffy. I'm gonna have to redo it, but we have, and then I just have to build this little airtime hill section that goes through here, another section, and then the drop. So hopefully I can get this done soon. I have just built and added the structure for the drop. It's nothing like too exciting. It's pretty much just everything else that I've built. Just one big curve, but it's a big curve. And like small curve like that, or small turn. But I mean, it's like the same size, but I added it on just so I can like make sure everything lines up correctly. And then I'm still gonna work backwards. I'm not adding track to this for a little while. So that's pretty much it. I just have to build the little airtime hill. There's like a few turns over here that goes through the lift and then comes back around. So yeah. We're gonna have to put this project on a pause because now I have a trip planned to King's Dominion. But sadly, Panthrean or Intimidator 305, I'll put a picture of it like right here. It's closed, but it's okay because of the repaint. So we'll get back to this soon. After riding Twisted Timbers twice, I really want to build it out of Knex at some point soon. So stay tuned for that and subscribe so you'll know when that is being built. I am back from the trip. It was really good. So now I'm gonna track the drop and then finish this up soon. I just finished tracking the drop. I added these little 45-degree connector spines to make it even more smooth and strong, and then these inner rods to make it even more strong and smooth. So next I just had to build that little airtime hill, then a few turns over here, then this should be done. So I just finished this somewhat turnaround, kind of like that one, but bigger and worse, I guess, because I had to like make it smaller over here, so the cart doesn't really make it through there. I'll grab the cart, give it a little test. The channel doesn't really work that well. That's why I don't have it on. Yeah, you can kind of see it doesn't really make it totally, but I'm trying to make it kind of work. And then I add this extra spine over here for support because there is no supports on here. I don't really like this element that much. Well, I could redo it just a bit, but I don't have enough like speed to like of this cart. I don't have enough speed retention to. And then goes through the chain lift area, and I don't know how I'm gonna track it back over there with enough speed to make it through there. So I'm probably gonna have to add a booster like right around here, and then maybe another one right over there so we can get through the helix. But like that one's way better than this one, but the shaping on that one is kind of poo-poo. Same with this one. But after this is like the final part, and then it's pretty much done. I have just finished the tracking and the layout pretty much for this. It's all done. I added a booster here. It doesn't work totally. I still have to add that booster right over there. And should be able to make it through the entire course. I'm going to figure out a way to get the chain lift to work because I didn't really have it work over here. So I have a little rod that kind of spins over here that hits the wheel assembly. And I'm working on a new wheel assembly that I found online, which takes a lot of bearings, and hopefully I can get that up and running and have a lot of good coaster ideas next for this, and a lot of good recommendations from my friends. So, yeah. Now we can mark this one off the list. Oh, wait. And with that, the recreation of Wildcat out of Knex is now finished. And here is it all together.